Hello, family, friends, and fans. I'm Fletcher Rhoden, and this is I'm Possible Track by Track, part of the Fletcher Rhoden Track by Track series. I do basically once every other month, pull out a record of mine and analyze it track by track on consecutive days. So we're now at the end of an 11-day trek or so through the 2024 pop album I'm Possible. And it ends with this last song called Naked Size. Now, this album, I like to say, was written in a day, even though that's not technically true, but 8 of the songs were written in a day. And one of them, this song, was instead of writing a song and recording it, I just decided I'd write a song as I went. So I started with the rhythm track, then I put a bass line on top of that I liked, then guitar parts on top of that I liked, then keyboards on top of that. Then I discovered melodies that would work, and I put words to them that I thought were a good song, you know. And it's got a lot of the pedal phrases where like recurring bass line that sounds different as the chords change. The bass line may be the same, but the chords change to give it a different function and give it a different feel. I use that a lot on City of Eternal Spring. Uh, it's it's lyrically quite clever. Uh, it's sort of salacious and sexy, and yet it's got a real kind of chasteness to it also. Um, I like the bass. I like the way the bass interacts with the guitars, and there's just lots of pedal tones ringing out, a lot of overtones ringing. This was the most widely downloaded song. This album actually downloaded pretty well. The download numbers, for me, what I realize is that put an album out, the first 6 weeks are the big ones. So in the first 6 weeks, this album did very respectably. But this song, Naked Size, it doubled any other song handily. It got twice as many as anything else. And I put I really went to for this record, as I mentioned, I tried to be craftsmanlike and do songs the way you do songs. This is the way people do songs. Just don't reinvent the wheel every time. Just play nice. Just do it like they do it. I told myself. And then, but I did say, well, one song I get to make up as I go, right? You give me one song to experiment with. I don't have to release it, but just give me one to play around with. Okay, you can get your one song to ruin, as long as the other nine are presentable to my guests. But that's the one song that turned out to be the most downloaded tune, Naked Size. Maybe the sexiness of it. I think the poly chords and the rhythmic feel of it add a lot to it. It's a good song, but I wrote it in the reverse style. I didn't write it the way I wrote everything else, which probably explains why it has a different feel. Um, Everything else has sort of a conventional feel. I embraced convention on this record. This song is necessarily unconventional because it was created in an unconventional way, and you can hear it. It sounds more like Boondoggle than anything else on the record. A good deal of Boondoggle has that polychordal, polyrhythmic feel. None of it was written on the fly the way Naked Size was, but it just has that less conventional feel to it. But it does fit in with the rest of I'm Possible. It doesn't sound out of place to me. It just has a different feel because it was written in a different way. But good song. Check it out. There's a link below. This wraps up my analysis of my 2024 pop album, I'm Possible, which was written more or less in a day, recorded over 2 weeks or so in January of 2024, released in October 2024. I've got other albums too, tons of them, and they're all getting analyses like this one on this show, Fletcher Rhoden, track by track. Tune in again, won't you? Until then, bye, Mary.